Hey, this is Charles Onyett with IGN, and I am taking a tour through the DE Dust map in 1.6 Counter-Strike here. One of the more famous maps in Counter-Strike, also one of the smallest maps. It's very simple, at least in its original version, but it has evolved over time. And after I show off this version of the map, I'll head into the source version of Counter-Strike as well as the Global Offensive Beta to show off how much exactly has changed. Now, as a terrorist, you spawn down here in the original version, below this stairwell, and there are two main ways to get to the counter-terrorist area, which is also where you're going to want this plantless bomb that I'm holding. This is the underpass, and over here you have these spots of cover. You have these boxes you can sort of hide behind. This area in here, but most of the time your toes are going to get shot off by counter-terrorists that happen to be sitting up in this sniper nest. So, you can run through here if you want to. If you're a really good shot, you can stand back there and try to pick people off that are leaning over the ledge. But it's really difficult to assault this area unless you have a really well-coordinated team, because you really only have that one way to go through. Now, in later versions of the map, you'll find a couple different entry points. You get this box here that you can't really do anything with, although it does protect you this way. But you can't really hop up here. You'll see a ledge there later, in later versions of the game. But yeah, you're pretty much confined to this one path of access. If you head over into the middle, which I will do now, you will see there are multiple lanes of progress, which makes this a little bit more forgiving to head through this way. Nothing too fancy here in terms of cover. You have this box here. That's about it. Otherwise, you're just peeking around corners. And if you peek around the corner over here, you have this cover area, but you head towards bomb site A this way, where the bomb plant site, which I will not plant here, but this is the bomb zone. I can plant here. It's right in the middle of the path. You have double doors that you have to worry about. You have this exit from the middle, and you also have this sort of low wall area that somebody could potentially be hiding in, but usually it's used for terrorists who want to protect bombs that they've planted. So now I will head over to the counter-terrorist spawn area. This is the second planting site. You'll notice this area is completely open. This is actually different in the Global Offensive Beta. The bomb site has been moved down here, but the plant zone in original Counter-Strike is way up here. This is bomb site B. So I will plant at B. This is also where the terrorists spawn, but that's a long way. You have to run through this room all the way up here to plant the bomb, and then you have this little back alley area for counter-terrorists if they want to camp and be jerks. They can hide in there, or if they're trying to assault this area after you've planted up there. Then this is just heading back out towards the CT sniper nest, and yeah, that's pretty much it for the original version of the map. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple, very easy for counter-terrorists to lock down terrorists in this underpass area. And that's one of the things that has been addressed in the Go beta, but next up is Source, and we can see a little bit about how this map has evolved over time. Okay, so this is the Source version of DE Dust. Same goal, same basic layout and everything like that. You notice the terrorists spawn down under the stairs here once again, and it's the same basic routes to get over to the counter-terrorist spawn. So I'm going to go over into the underpass first, like I did before, and you can see it's pretty similar. You still have the bits of cover over here that you can take cover behind. You still have this little space in here, and then the hall widens out to the point where you just get destroyed by counter-terrorist snipers. But if I head up into the space above the underpass for the terrorists, there are a few differences over here. You still have this box back here, which you can't get behind. But there's this little ledge that you can walk across over to this area, hop over here, and there you go, you're at the sniper nest. Of course, that opens you up to anyone who might be sitting over in this area as you walk across the end there, but it's at least another access path. Into the middle of the map, it's more or less the same. Obviously, you get a visual upgrade with Source. You still have this large box here to take cover behind. You know, it looks a little different, but more or less the same layout in this version. Same story as you head out to this bomb planting site over here, which I'm not going to plant a bomb at. Bomb site A, where, you know, you have this door here, you have the double doors. This is more or less just sitting in the middle of this lane here, and you still have a spot over here with a low wall for people to kind of hide behind, and in case the bomb is planted, and defend the area. Compared to the original version of the map, it's fairly similar in that regard, and that holds true moving into bomb site B, which is the CT spawn. You see this area is left open once again, and the actual bomb planting site is way up here at the top of the hill, right where the CTs will spawn, and I'll just plant here for fun, because why not? There are no bots on this map, so I don't really have to worry about anything. And then, of course, you have this little sort of back alley area, which is also in the original version. I didn't show that off, but yeah, this remains the same as well. So now I'm going to move into the Go beta version, which is actually quite different in a few regards, which you can see in a second. So right now, I'm loading into Dust in the Counter-Strike Go beta. Now, this is a beta, so it's not final content, but you do get this little overview loading screen that at least gives you, if you're completely new to Counter-Strike, gives you a little bit of an overview of how the map looks, so you're not going in entirely blind, although you still sort of are, because so much of the community is so good that it's not exactly easy to hop into a match and try to learn how to play. Now, I can't actually enable a no bot mode here, as far as I know, so I'm going to be playing with bots, which may impede map progress slightly, but we will see. Now you see a little bit different interface, well, a very different interface for buying things. Pick up this weapon, but the important difference here is I've actually spawned above the stairs. So normally in Source and in original Counter-Strike, I'm down here. So for this version in Go, I actually get closer to the points where I'm assaulting CT territory. I'm going to head into the underpass. There are large changes in the underpass. So you now have this van sitting here. That cover is more or less the same, although of course this looks way nicer, but you also have this entire area that's opened up on the right side of the underpass. I'm just sort of waiting until I get attacked by someone here. And a stairwell heading up to the top, so you don't have to run all the way out there to get up to the top. It looks like the counter-terrorists are killing absolutely everyone, so I'm going to be slightly outnumbered, but the staircase comes all the way up here, and if I can get through here without dying, here are some of my fallen teammates. You see this ramp that connects these ledges, and I died. But yeah, that ramp lets you head over to the sniper nest very easily, which makes a big difference in map navigation. It means you have a lot more access points, which means that the underpass cannot be locked down anywhere as easily as it used to be able to by counter-terrorists who are just sitting in that sniper nest. So I'm going to head over to the middle just to show off what it looks like, because it's actually really pretty. You get a nice update here, more or less the same architecture. That's a Molotov cocktail that's new, and I got killed, but I can actually switch between bots. So they're going to fight it out, and I'm going to head over to bomb site A here. Again, more or less the same thing. You see bomb site A is right in the middle of the path here. You know, these two access points, double doors, and this low wall protecting that area for those who want to protect their planted bombs. And if I can get over to the counter-terrorist spawn zone, which I might be able to here, you see the other big change. There's some cover spots now sitting here. Of course, you can't take cover, but you can duck behind them. And also, this is the bomb planting site. Bomb B is now down here. It's away from the main CT spawn point. Let's see if I can kill him. There we go. So you don't have to run as far into CT territory to actually get the bomb planted, which I think makes a pretty significant difference into how the map plays. Of course, I am not a professional player, in case you hadn't noticed, so my opinion may... Oh god, I'm in trouble. I just missed everyone. I am running for my life, but yeah, that ramp that connects the CT spawn should make for at least a more balanced, a little more accessible play on DE Dust. So that's an overview of the changes on the map, and for more information you can head over to IGN.com.